Hi, I'm Sarah the gardener, and I've got a bit of a problem. My hose has sprung a leak, which is not very good because A, it's wasting water, B, it's not good for the water pressure, and C, I'm getting wet. Oh no! So fortunately, the good people at Gardena have given me a new hose. Now, ordinarily, I'd just plug it in and away I go. So it turns out there's more to the humble hose than meets the eye. These hoses are pretty cool because they don't have any nasty toxins in them, and you really want that kind of security when you're watering your vegetables to eat. I don't want to be eating things with BPAs or phthalates. I mean, I don't even know how to say it properly, but it's not good for you, it's not good for the environment. So these hoses are pretty cool. But the problem is, without the phthalate, then that's actually a plasticizer. So what its purpose generally is to keep the hose flexible. But these hoses don't have that in it, and so it spends quite a lot of its time before it gets to you bound tightly. And so it has a memory, and it wants to just bounce back into that memory like a spring. And so you have to do what you can to remove that memory so that your hose doesn't kink and knot and twist and makes hosing pleasurable. So what you need to do in order to have a wonderful, pleasant experience with your hose is first, you need to release it from its bindings. Sorry. Right. Don't leave this bit lying around in the garden. You don't want waste. So, you've got your hose, and it naturally wants to be coiled. Right. So, we need to uncoil it. So all we need to do now is plug it in. Now the cool thing with these ones is, can you see that? The ends are different colours. And if you look down the end, can you see? That one has a valve in it, and that one doesn't. This is the one you plug into the tap. And this is the one you plug into your attachment. So when you turn on the tap at this end, nothing comes out of that end until you put something in it. So if you want to get rid of that memory, that coil memory, what you need to do is plug this in, and then if you don't have a cool valve in the end of it like that, then consider a nozzle like this and turn the flow off. Or plug in a nozzle that you can turn the flow on and off with, so you don't spray water everywhere. Waste not, want not. And while we're talking about the ends, this is really cool because, I don't know if you can see there's little ridges. And those ridges, while it makes the hose look really cool, are actually there to grip the attachments tightly so they don't blow out. And there is nothing more annoying than a hose under full steam blowing out and spraying everywhere. So it's out with the old and in with the new. So once you've plugged in your hose and turned on the tap, then what you need to do is lay it out straight. And that's as simple as it is. You just leave it for a few hours out in the sun and let the memory of a coiled hose disappear and a straight one come out. It's so simple, and it's going to make my gardening experience so much easier when it's not going to get twisted and tangled on itself. But while I wait, strawberry break. Now while we're talking about hoses, there's just a few other things that's going to help make your hose have a better life, a longer life, is don't leave it on under pressure. When you've finished using it, just turn it off. I'm a shocker at doing this. This is probably why I have a leak in my other hose. When you're finished, turn it off. Makes common sense, but don't run over the hose with heavy objects like cars, loaded wheelbarrows, lawnmowers. Yeah, I don't know who does that. Some crazy gardener. And if you have to move it about, try and pick it up and move it rather than just dragging it across the ground, especially if you're going over concrete or bricks, because you know you want your hose to last the longest. And the end with the trigger on it, the sprayer, don't drop it. When you finish using it, just put it down. Don't just, because that will damage that as well. It's common sense stuff, but you know, it's remembering to do it. So the best way to store your hose is on a reel. But if you don't have one of these, then just grab it about 1 metre apart and make loops that should form nicely once you've untangled it, and then store it somewhere out of direct sunlight so that it will last a lot longer for you. And it's as easy and simple as that. It's a hose. You don't really think much about it. It delivers water to your garden. But at the same time, there's more to it. This is safe water travelling through these hoses. So I'm not going to be putting nasty, harmful chemicals on my vegetable garden that I'm going to eat the food from. It's going to last me a long time because I've taken care of it. I've got rid of that memory. It's not going to kink and twist and break. And it's just going to be, it's a hose. I get a bit funny over garden bits and bobs. See me in a garden centre, oh my gosh. So anyway, that's hoses for you. And I just want to say once again, thank you Gardena for rescuing me from my treacherous hose situation and asking me to share with everybody how to actually take proper care of this humble piece of gardening kit that gets used almost every day. I bring you the hose. Come back next time for, as you can see, summer is in full swing. My cucumbers are climbing the frame. There's all sorts of great things going on. So come again soon. It's going to be marvellous. Take care. Bye-bye.